and welcome to this video. It's CraftyRia and I'm back today to make some Christmas cards. Remember these that I made from another video, these background pages? This was actually an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that I put a bunch of scraps on, and then I cut it into quarters. I think it went like this. There we go. Something like that. And let's see, it's like a puzzle. I'm putting it back together here. Here we go. There we go. I used a bunch of scrap Christmas cards and put it on here, and then I cut it into quarters. And I can make 4 cards out of these because now I have 4 card bases. So I cut these down to first I cut it into quarters, which would have been 5.5 by 4.25, and then I cut 1/4 inch off of 2 sides. So it is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. That way when I mat them on my card bases, I have a little bit of a white background. So I have these 4. I have 4 card bases, and I went through my stash of goodies and I picked out some things. I went through my box of card scraps and I found a few sentiments, and I have a couple little cute little things, some little trucks, some little tags, some sentiments, and little pieces from cards that I have been saving, and I thought I would use some of them on these cards. And then I also picked out 4 sentiments for the inside of these cards. And I have some scrap paper here to mat those sentiments on. So let's get started, and we'll go ahead and plan out these 4 cards. I think I will do them all landscape like that. And I thought this one here was really cute to have one of these trucks, because it could be driving on the road in the snow there like that, and I thought that was really, really cute. And this here says Dreaming of a White Christmas. It feels like it was from a one of those picture Christmas cards that people send. And I thought that would be really cute with that, because we have the red over here, and of course that's a white Christmas there, and that would be really cool. And then I have another little truck. These I think were on, it looks like they were on toothpicks, because they have like a little hole in the middle. Someone sent me them in a swap, so I went ahead and, you know, kept them, and I dug them out because I thought they'd be cute. I thought I would put him on here because it's like he's driving away from the house and into the snowy weather. And this, I thought, this came off the bottom of a card. It says Season's Greetings, and I thought that would fit across the top here as my sentiment. And I thought I would have this tag hanging down underneath it, just kind of hang there loosely, and I will adhere the tag up underneath the Season's Greetings. This one here, I found this Happy Holidays, and I thought it went really well with the gold and the red on this card. And I have this ornament that I had cut out of another card, and I thought that would go on here to go with those ornaments. I think that's kind of cute. And this one here, I had these old Santas, these vintage looking Santas. I got them in the same swap with these and these little tags. So I thought that would be cute. And there's this, "'Tis the Season to be Jolly." And again, it is, it was probably on one of those picture Christmas cards. And then there's this other little tag here. Actually, I might switch them. I might put this here. Because that'll stand out a little bit more. And then this red one will stand out against the green background. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do. I have my snowflakes that I got from the Dollar Tree. These are foam and very sparkly, and I can add some sparkle to the cards. So let's go ahead and put these cards together. Let me move some of them out of the way. I have some foam tape as well. I have my Aleene's tacky glue and my art glitter glue. I think I want this to be pop dotted up. First I will actually put this on the card base before I get too involved here. There we go. Yep, that's going to look pretty good. And I will use my art glitter glue for that. Push that down real good. And I think I will put this up on a little piece of the foam tape. This I cut out from a card, and I didn't have an oval punch that worked, so I hand cut it, and I think it came out okay. It's hard to cut circles and ovals, but I think it worked out all right, just being cut freehand. And then I have that. I'll put that on a little piece of foam tape as well. And I have my Jelly Roll Clear Star Glitter Pen. This adds a touch of glitter to your cards, and I thought I would add it to the gold pieces on these ornaments, just to make them appear metallic, or add a little glitter to that gold. I'm just going to trace over most of these pieces real quick. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is very forgiving. And on the snowflakes, I'm just making a big circle of silver because it's much easier than trying to trace all those little lines. I really love these Clear Star glitter pens. They're one of my favorite things to use. They add a little bit of glitter. There's really no dry time. Not like with using stickles or something. They just add just a touch of sparkle to your cards. I don't know if you can see that in the light there, but it's very, very pretty, very glittery. That really made a big difference to those Christmas ornaments. So one card is done. I'll come back and put the centers inside after. Then we have this one. Let's go ahead and adhere it to a card base. Let me make sure it fits okay, and I don't need to trim it. Yep. So save all of your Christmas scraps. If you want to go back a few videos, you can see where I made these card backs. And then when you have just little pieces left over of something that's not big enough to make a card with, then you can just add them to these, or even just add a sentiment to it and you're set. Maybe a piece of ribbon, something like that. This little truck, I thought he would look really cute as if he is driving down that snowy road, bringing home his Christmas tree. Now I can't get my lid off of there. Okay, I got it. I had a hard time getting my lid off the tacky glue because it glued itself on. I'm going to use the tacky glue since this is a little thicker and it is more of a non-porous surface. Just put a little bit of this on here. I like to use the tacky glue for buttons and different things like that. Push that down. And I think I will go ahead and mat this up on some foam tape. This foam tape I happened to get at the Dollar Tree. It is very thin as far as the thickness. I think it's about a 1/16 of an inch thick. So it doesn't make your cards too bulky, but yet it does give them enough dimension. If you wanted it thicker, you could always double it. I haven't seen this foam tape at the Dollar Tree in a long time, at least not at mine. So I don't know if any of them are still carrying this particular type. There we go, and I thought I would put a nice big snowflake up here, and I'm probably going to use the really big one. That way it kind of takes up, it's kind of like jumbled in that corner, but it'll kind of take up the space. There we go. I think that came out really cute. And let's do this one. We'll start by, of course, matting it on the card base. And someone had suggested when you make these card backs to do them on copy paper, and that's a great idea because doing them on cardstock does add a lot of weight to your card, because these are pretty thick and heavy. And since you're pretty much putting cardstock on the front of them, as well as mounting it to cardstock, I think you've got enough sturdiness to it already. So I think copy paper is probably a great idea. And again, I will do this truck here. I'm going to try the art glitter glue and see how that works. Like I said, I usually use the tacky glue, but I'm going to just give this art glitter glue a try. I'm sure it'll hold it just fine. I lined the tailgate of the truck up exactly with the edge of that, because I wanted to make it look like he's driving away from the house. And then I will put the season's greetings right on here, and it is just wide enough to fit on the card. I love recycling all the little things that I can. And I'm going to let this just hang there the way it is. I will stick this up here and line it up. And I'm going to just let that hang free. I think it's really cute like that. I'm going to push this down really good and trim off the ends. There we go. And I'm going to leave, I think, those two pieces. If I decide to trim them down, I can always trim them down right before I put them in the envelope. Then we have this last one. Now the snowman is already pretty thick. I'm not sure if I want to raise him up or not. Let's get it onto the card base. I got glue on my work surface. This mat does clean up really nicely. I use just either a rubbing alcohol on it or just regular Mrs. Meyer's all surface cleaner, I think it's called. I put some on a paper towel and just rub it over it, and it cleans up really, really good. When I have little pieces of glue and stuff like that stuck, I use rubbing alcohol and it comes right off. I love this strip of this embossed gold on there. That's so pretty. And for this one, I'm going to try using my tape runner. Just put a generous amount of tape. And again, I'll have it hold the tag. And I think I will pop him up a little bit, because he is kind of on a bumpy background too. I think he goes so good with that sentiment up there. And I think I will cut these ragged edges off. There we go. I'll cut them even with the top of the card. Just to make them look a little neater. And then I will mat these. I thought these red ones would go on good on this red paper. So whenever I have the leftover sentiments, sometimes I use 2 cards to make 1 card. Or I use the front of a card for maybe to make gift tags or something. I try to save the sentiments as much as I can, and they're great for inside of other cards. And I have this paper strip, and And I think both of these will fit on here as well. Yep, there's plenty of room. There's this shorter one. Let's see if they'll both fit on the shorter one. Yep, they'll both fit on the shorter one. I have been using the art glitter glue more and more rather than my tape runner. And when it runs low, I think I'm going to try a couple different brands of glue that are similar. I've heard about reptile glue. People love it, and I'm going to give that a try. And then also someone had said that Elmer's Glue All works just as well. So I'm going to give those a try in the future, and we'll see what happens. Art glitter glue is pretty pricey, but I think it still ends up being cheaper than buying the tape refills for my tape runner. I like it. It's good stuff. It's pretty versatile as well. So then I'm just going to trim these. There we go. And I think these two are my most red cards, so I will do the red ones on these and the insides. And if you don't have embellishments like these, you can use fancy gift tags on the front of your cards or even stickers. And if you don't want your stickers to look like stickers, you can stick them on a piece of plain colored cardstock or paper and just fussy cut around the edge. And it'll give it an extra little layer, and it won't look so much like a plain sticker. Or you can do what I did with my Easter candy and during the holiday season buy Christmas candy. See if there's any with like Christmas trees or little Santas on them and make your embellishments out of the wrappers. I'm going to have to start looking for that stuff at Christmas time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check back a couple videos ago. I made some really cute Easter embellishments using wrappers. Christmas candy wrappers. I mean Easter candy wrappers. And I'm sure you can do it with any holiday. There we go. That one came out cute. Then I have these two. I will do this one inside this one. I hope everybody is staying safe, and if your kids are home from school, I hope you're enjoying the time with them, maybe making some crafts. I know it's just about spring break, and then we have the end of the school year coming up before we know it. There we go. Alright, so here we go. We made 4 really cute Christmas cards. And I think the art glitter glue is holding perfectly on that little truck. Maybe this needs a snowflake too. Maybe one of these medium-sized snowflakes. There we go. All right. There you have it. We have 4 cards made out of all kinds of recycled greeting cards. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like to recycle and make new cards out of old cards, please hit that subscribe button. I have over 50 videos now of recycled Christmas cards. You have plenty to keep you busy. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. I do appreciate all of your comments. I try to read and respond to all, at least most of them. So thank you so much again for watching. And until the next time, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.